Welcome to the DesignaKnit 9 video learning series. In this tutorial, we're going to go into standard garment styling section of the program, and we're going to talk about file management and how to identify and find things quickly. I'm going to open an existing garment. This is going to bring up my thumbnails. When I look at these, I can zoom in and zoom out so that I could see more or less of the files. Let's zoom in for a second. In this one here, this is a sweater for a baby, female. It's telling me the tension, and it's also telling me the date that it was created. When I click here, it brings the information up here to display it a little bit bigger. If I turn the details off and uncheck this box, now I just see the file names, and I can go and look at different directories and see different files. Now this is interesting. This is the shapes that come with DesignaKnit. These here are standard garment styling shapes that were created in this section. We can tell this because it has a dark blue background and it has garments that look assembled, and they're also gray. These are original pattern drafting shapes. Some of the pieces are from a standard garment styling. Some of them were made in original pattern drafting, and we'll talk about the specifics of these in original pattern drafting videos. This square here means that there is a stitch pattern associated with at least one of the garment pieces. Let's look at something that has a lot in it. So this is a pretty full directory, and you could see the different standard garment styling shapes. You can see different original pattern drafting shapes, and you can turn the details on and off. Now I can go here and I can say search. And this gives me the ability to rapidly narrow down. Let's say you have 100 designs and I only want to look at the ones that are for adults. Just uncheck these two and say apply. And now it's given me a subset that are only adult-based files. If I can reset this, and all that does is put all the check marks back up again. I can search for a minimum and maximum number of pieces. I can search in a range, earliest and latest date from when I saved it. Maybe I just want to look at the files I worked on this month. I can search here because DesignaKnit 9 lets you put all kinds of text in the notes. I can search for tension notes, file names of patterns that are associated with it, background images that I've put in and associated with it. Maybe I wrote in there, this is a fun gift, and I could search for that. I can also down here search for how the pieces originated, and here I can search by garment type. So let's say we only want to look at sweaters. Apply. Now I see less, and these are all sweaters. These actually aren't, but let's say pieces only using standard garment styling section. See how I have narrowed down what I'm looking for? Now I'm only looking for sweaters, and I might say I only want to look for sweaters that are for females. And now I've gotten rid of all my husband's sweaters. So reset, all that does is put all these check marks back up so you don't have to check them off one at a time, and you can find whatever you want. And I'm going to say OK, and I'm back where I was. Now I can also say sort, and this gives me the ability to sort all different kinds of ways, by the style name, by the pattern piece, by the date. Let's say we want to sort by the date, apply, and it's going to reorganize these. And if I say details, let's sort these again. I'm going to say by the date, I'm going to say make this the default. Okay, and now it's always going to sort it by date until I go ahead and change that. If I want to say sort by design method, apply, and I'm going to say make that the default, and now it's always going to sort by the type, and that makes it very easy to find things. So let's say we wanted this one, okay. Now, what if I wanted to kind of clean up my folders because I have maybe 8 temporary files that I was working on, and I would say File, Delete, and I would go in and I would pick the ones that I don't need anymore. This is one shape of mine. Maybe I don't need this one anymore, and it puts a check next to it, and I can check multiple ones and then say delete, and it will ask you one at a time if you want to delete this file. And this one here, and I could say yes or no, or I could say delete them all at once. And I'm going to say no, I changed my mind on that one. And now it's going to say, what about this one? And I'm going to say it's okay to delete that one. And now it's saying, what about this one? And I'm going to say no. And now my Karen 02 is gone. So you can design, you can save things as design 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that you have 5 or 6 different designs that you're working on today, and you can kind of step back in time for your design process. Thank you.